Come on over, baby. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. What's up, y'all? I think I haven't had a conversation with y'all since daylight saving time was over and all that. But anyway, what's good? It's your man Rico, the opinionist, and becoming your favorite Grambling alum. Nah, I won't go that far. So it may get dark, because I like coming out. My stroll on in these last few days have been absolutely wonderful as it relates to the weather. Yesterday was Tammy's son, what's up? What's up, Tammy's son? But anyway, today was like 79, 80. Yesterday was like 80, and I think all this week in November is going to be a high of 80. Marcus Suter, what's good, bro? Just want to let everybody know, in case you had not heard, that I published a book. I wrote a book. It's entitled "The Greatest Pain Ever Felt." Absent biological father who never wanted to be. I'm sorry. It's called "The Greatest Pain Ever Felt." My conversation with my absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's in PDF format, and if you'd like to check it out, it's only $10. $10 Cash App or PayPal. Rico the Opinionist. That's my Cash App, PayPal. Rico the Opinionist, and I'll leave it up in this description box. His YouTube channel, which is Rico the Opinionist, and on his Facebook page, which is Rico and His Opinions. But Rico the Opinionist, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Get at me. And it's 48 degrees in Maryland, Marcus. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Dang. Need to come down south, man. That's where it's at, weather-wise. Come back down south. Like you said, come back to Jamaica. Well, come back to Texas, baby. And so, Aubrey, what's good? All right. Some of my favorite Grand fam coming up in here. What's up? But anyway, that's my book. It's in PDF format. If you like to purchase it, if you do use the PayPal or the Cash App, please send an email address so I can send it to you directly. It's only $10. And this story about when I met my biological father I found out about my biological father by accident at age 22, and he never wanted to meet me until I just went to his house at age 39, and that was. Hold on one second, y'all. Tiffany Sugar, hey, good. And when they came to the door, he asked me, hey, how'd you find me? And I told him Google, MapQuest and all of that. And he said, well, I have to give you an A for effort because I've worked aggressively over the years to prevent you from ever finding me. And as I talk, the sun is going to go down, so you may just hear my voice. I'm not going to make this long, and I'm not going to use cuss words because I want this to be shareable. For those who are well over 21, well over 30, well over 40, who seem to become very sensitive to cuss words. And I've always been told, Rico, you give people excuses not to hear you. So I'm not going to give you an excuse not to hear me. Except for I just didn't want to hear you because he was telling the truth or was stepping on my toes. That's the only reason I want to give you for not wanting to hear this live. Not because you can say, well, he was cursing. Get out of here. And so anyway, well, if you went to Grambling State University, you're part of any one of the Grambling University alumni groups or Instagram, and I think some of GoGrambling.com and GSU, all the Grambling areas where you can hear news about sports, HBCU sports, I guess. You've already read by now that the head coach of Grambling State University, Coach Roderick Fobbs, has been terminated. And if you go back to my YouTube channel, you'll see where I'll call it a support video on his behalf. And I posed a lot of questions in that video, and I think some people were a little upset about some of the suggestions or questions that I posed. And here it is, after reading a lot of comments on all of the alumni pages, there are these people who are just calling for his head And from me reading all day yesterday and reading all today as well, a lot of these groups, I come to find out that there were the ball began to roll as it relates to his termination after the Prairie View game. Okay. They lost that game, and I guess the loss to FAMU just did it. And Waylon, what's up, man? Dennis, what's good? Attorney Sperling. And so my thing is this. Again, I'll repeat what I said in my other videos that's on YouTube. This man has, for the past 5 years or so, has won SWAC championship, has won the national championship, I guess in December that they have in, I guess, Atlanta. And I was there when he won in Houston, in the NRE, I think it's the NRE, and that stadium, MPR, whatever the hell it is. I was there, and I look at the video all the time when I watch Grambling beat, I think it was Alcorn, and he's been a winning coach. One of the Grambling alums said, "Well, it's all things come to an end. They didn't want to do it, but they even forced the legendary Eddie Robinson out. He had to go." I said, well, and I responded to him, "Tony Bicker, what's up, my dude? What's up?" I said, "Excuse me, brother, but Eddie Robinson had been teaching for 50 years. And trust me, he had some losing seasons in those 50 years. He was damn near, he was 80 something years old, and he was damn near senile. It was past time for Eddie Robinson to go. But this is a young man with a proven record of winning, not just winning games, but winning championships. And somehow you had a few big mouths or those who were so dissatisfied with this season. And hell, and COVID altogether, all of a sudden now, you want this man gone. And then as I continue to read, I read where I think at least 3 people went to the Masters Plantation in Baton Rouge. They call it the University of Louisiana System. I call it the Masters Plantation Board, and complained about the coach. But I also read, I'm just reading stuff, so y'all know I'm just Rico, that the ultimate decision, even though the statement was read by the athletic director, but the ultimate decision came from the president of Grambling State University, who I guess made the recommendation for him to be terminated, not just terminated, but terminated from his contract that was due to be over December 22. So what was the big rush? Why do they want this man now who was a proven record of winning? Coach Fobbs brought back, and I put a post up there. That's right, Eric, they couldn't. That's right, Eric. Eric said they couldn't even wait till this season was over. So what was the big rush? What is it that we're not being told as alumni or as the public? I hear a lot of stuff coming from the old and grown old alumni. But I like to hear what the students on Grambling's campus, the current students, I like to hear what they have to say. But I want to talk about, because I saw what Dr. Fred Pigney put up, and he brought up, he used the word priorities. And it's very amazing where our priorities are. And I've often talked about the actual purposeful disregard of black boys when it comes to not just, so we talked about white folks, how they disregard and minimize black males, but we do it as well, especially when it comes around. It's like black boys are ignored as being human beings and people until basketball and football season. It's almost like that plantation view of black males. They're no good unless they're entertaining us. They're not valuable unless we can brag about them, how they can dunk and run and catch a football. That's the way it appears. All you gotta do is go to any sports bar, barbershop where there are black men. You don't hear them say anything about black boys until sports seasons. You go look at our own alumni. They don't have anything to say about black males and black boys until sports come up. And that to me is problematic. Now, you can debate it on your own time. And those of you who know me, I've said this repeatedly. I don't discuss anything in person, what I say on this on Facebook or my YouTube channel. Unless you hit me on my Cash App. All questions start at $200, my Cash App, and follow-up questions at $75 for follow-up questions. Because I learned from being a student at Grambling State University who was opinionated and had my own newsletter, I learned that I'm not going to let people argue with me or cuss me out for free. And I did that for a little while at Grambling State University until I learned that my people have no interest in having a conversation. They just want to accuse you of something. They just want you to say, why you say that? How come you said that? So I learned that, hey, since that's what you want to do, well, you need to pay me for stopping me before going to class. Y'all pardon this wind out here because it feels really great. Hope y'all still can hear me. So here we are. They want these black boys to... I mean, it's like... It's funny how people are bragging about Colin Kaepernick's masterful equation or his masterful comparison of the slave auction to the NFL combines, but you don't realize that you have the same mentality when it comes to black boys. Yeah, you do. And I'll keep saying it. Even on our own campus of Grambling State University, go look online. You don't even hardly see the presence of black boys in a lot of advertisements they do. You don't. You just see girls everywhere. So you have to wonder, do black males attend Grambling State University? Of course we know they do. But it's something about only putting girls out front on all the advertisement. Even the president of the university has a leadership council. Y'all go check it out. A leadership council of about 7 or 8 girls and only 2 black males. And one black male, I think he's a treasurer, and the other one is like Mr. Student Leadership Council or something. Woo, you can't make this shit up. Uh-oh, I cussed. I'm sorry for those with the sensitive ears. Let me get back to Coach Fobbs, because all of this is relevant. You know, and again, in my other video, I said, you know, we treat our black coaches the same way the NFL treats black coaches. If they don't win a championship 7 years in a row, if they dare lose 2 games or 3 games, or have one season that's a losing season, they must go. That's how the NFL treats black coaches. And black men, black people who attend these, who are alumni of HBCUs, treat black coaches the same way. Coach Fobbs had no business being fired. He didn't. Because they put his record up in those Grambling alumni groups. They put his record up and showed the trophy he won. Well, I think he's won a couple of national championships. And so I don't understand, okay, we want him to be terminated, but again, y'all haven't told us everything that's going on. And so you get the man out not just before December 22, you get him out 2 weeks before the Bayou Classic. And you have one of his assistants to take over. See, that's interesting. And I'm just curious. My mind just can't really wrap around it. Some people are like, well, they don't owe you an explanation. Well, you know, you probably don't, but I'm still going to pose the question. Why? What was the big hurry? And I don't know, could it be that prime time has gotten these folks all shook up? I heard somebody mention that. You know, Deion Sanders is working magic over at Jackson State. Deion Sanders is working magic for HBCUs, and guess what? There's people hating on that. There's other HBCU coaches hating on Deion Sanders. Yeah, and one thing I like about Deion Sanders, he doesn't apologize for having been a long-time NFL pro and Hall of Famer. You know, goddamn right. So I don't know. So what's next? Is Grambling going to keep the assistant guy if he wins these last two games? Or is he going to capitalize off the effort of Coach Fobbs? And who knows, he may go through and win the Classic and go on and win the SWAC championship. Who knows? But it still won't be his win. It'll be Coach Fobbs' win. Because Coach Fobbs got these guys from COVID last year, COVID this year, with little or no help. Oh yeah, come on somebody. Hold on a minute, let this truck go by. And somebody, his contract was put up online. Either near here or there with that. But I noticed that I think the recruiting budget for players is only $36,000. Who the hell you can't even recruit somebody who majored in English for no goddamn $36,000? Let alone you want a top tier football player. So it's like Coach Fobbs made something out of nothing. And this is how he's treated, because some loudmouths in the alumni and 3 snitches that went to the Masters Plantation in Louisiana. 3 snitches that went to Masters Plantation in Louisiana went up there to talk, went up there to snitch on him, and please y'all, get rid of him. We's ain't winning no games, and that's all we is. We just a football university. We don't have no academic programs. We's just football. That's what it appears. I personally couldn't care less about sports like that. And it's a shame that all you want your university to be known for is just sports. Very stereotypical. Because Grambling we actually have academic programs there. And so, I guess if the football team is losing, that means, oh my God, there goes the university. But let me say this to y'all. Isn't it interesting? And I'm talking to all the sons of those people who are all so gung-ho about Coach Fobbs being fired. Again, I don't know. It may have been agreement with him, or he just said, you know what? I don't have to take this. I'll go ahead and just bow gracefully. He probably did, You understand, because he's still a young man. He still has talent. And like in my post today, that's okay, brother. You can go where you appreciate it, Coach Fobbs. You can go where you appreciate it. And I guarantee you, our loss is another university's awesome gain. So shout out to you, Coach Fobbs, and your family. But what's very interesting is that we want to get rid of the coach when we think the football program isn't faring well. But I'll still say this out loud. There have been shootings on campus since 2017. Let's go 2017. And what else? The damn endowment has not raised past $4.5 million in 5 years. But no one's calling for the leadership to be changed. And there were 4 students there were 4 young men who were not students, and they were living in the dorm, or as the report said, they were on campus with guns and weed, living in a dorm. And matter of fact, my old dorm, Pittsburgh Hall. No one's called for the director of housing to be fired. So what's with this picking and choosing or selecting who y'all want to leave? See, if anything's wrong at Grambling, it's not the football coach, it's an administration issue. It's not the football team, it's a whole thing. So for all you folks out there, including those alleged 3 people who went to the Masters Plantation and University Systems in Baton Rouge and begged and pleaded, for them to get rid of fobs, why don't y'all go do the same thing for those folks who allowed 4 students with guns and weed to live in the dorms? How did that get past the director of housing? How did that get past the vice president of student affairs? How did it get past the dean of students? See, y'all calling for the coach to be fired for a goddamn football team. Cuss word number 2. But y'all not calling for the heads of the people who are actually responsible for the safety and the academic acumen of the students. That's why I know our alumni, a lot of them just weirdos. All they care about is sports at Grambling. All they care about is homecoming. They don't care about anything else. And that's what's being shown. Now y'all done got together and pressured and snitched and made recommendations to have him fired, but who do we get to recommend that their ass be fired? Huh? I know I'm stepping on toes because we all got favorites around here, right? You know, or how can we do it like this? Hey, it's just business. It's nothing personal. With me, it's never personal. It's about business. It's all about the students. But a lot of you only care about the damn sports. You know, there needs to be some programs. There need a lot of stuff to be going. It'll take those who are a little more articulate than me when it comes to, you know, how a university is supposed to look, and what it's supposed to have, and the things it don't have. But to me, the performance of the football team should never ever take priority over the safety and the scholarship of the students. And that is what's being shown right now. The president of the university, those few alumni that screaming bloody murder, y'all chose the football team, or you chose the sports over the safety of the students. I'm here accusing you of that. That's what you did. Eric, thank you, brother. Whoever they were, allegedly, this is what I read. I'm just reading the alumni pages. You know, can we make some recommendations for the director of housing, the vice president of student affairs, the dean of students? Can we get them replaced? And whoever the leadership of the university, the president as well. Hell, look at performance. Look at what's going on. Y'all so busy worried about the coach of football. Let's clean house. All right? That's all I got to say about that. I just want to share my thoughts. There ain't no attitude, there ain't no problem. I don't have a problem with anybody, but I'm going to share my thoughts because everyone else has shared theirs. They've been all online, so I'm going to share mine. All right, so I want y'all to enjoy your evening. And let's stop being so selective. The coach is not what makes the university. Those 4 positions I named are the ones who are responsible for the university's existence. That's the president, vice president of student affairs, the dean of students, who's that? Director of housing. Who's going to be man and woman enough to call those people out and demand that they be switched out as well? I'm tired of being the bad guy all the time. Hell. All right, y'all be cool. We'll talk in the future. If you stick around on this page, I have another opinion about something else. But y'all be cool. We'll talk later. Peace.